Not too much of a response. Yazir now makes it back, and the Viego's going to dive into the pit. We're sort of commentating off the minimap here for the moment, as the rotation down should be first for Summit. As Croco comes on in, Wind becomes Lightning, not going to find the target, and Chovy rotates over. Croco not going to bite off more than he can chew. Just throws out a little bit of a Devil Teemo to bait Chovy a little bit, and kind of does. As the, okay, chains don't land. Chovy is going to be able to get out of here, but did have to invest absolutely everything, and no. Not out in the end. It is going to be First Blood going over to Croco, chasing down the pesky LeBlanc.
So Chovy is able to use his distortion to grab the Eye of the Herald, but it costs him his life. He'll be able to at least, you know, get the return on that investment. But this was pretty greedy from Hanwha Esports yet again. Second objective this game they've tried to take, you know, just under the radar, get punished for it. And Liv Sandbox is going to get a ton of extra gold from this. Getting that pick, getting First Blood, and it's definitely not worth it at the end of the day. We'll see how much value the Herald gets.
Well, that was a pretty exciting chain of corruption, but is not going to actually find anyone here as Croco moves down towards the bottom side. But he's unsuccessful in finding any gank or anything like that. 2 plates going over to Summit up here on the top side of the map as we're going to check this one out once again. And thanks for keeping your eye on that Eye of the Herald. That's why Chovy did decide to go in.
Yeah, that's why he goes in there, because he wants to guarantee that he can grab the Herald and can jump back and still dodges the ultimate there from Fate. But, you know, Heartbreaker is going to be a great gap closer. Doesn't lock there a single time, so he's just been struggling to actually get ahead.
Yeah, it's been a lot of play around the mid lane. And of course, heading down, trying out these dragons and heading towards the Rift Herald, but not really playing with the side lanes too much is Willa. Just trying to keep up with this Viego as best he can. As Def going to avoid the Zenith play, but there's the flash forward from Effort. Doesn't find the Solar Flare though, as now the stun is going to come through onto the Leona. She'll go down and Def grabs that kill. Now every teleport in the game is going off, and Summit finds a 4-man ulti. Emperor's Divide to just add to the cacophony. Morgan picks up a kill as well as Hanwha Life trying to get the heck out of here, but they're not going to be able to. Only Vista and Chovy are going to survive, and Croco, he wants even more. The Heartbreaker comes down. It's a good exhaust, as now Chovy looks for the Viego. Vista stands beside him, and eventually the kill does go through, but that was exciting. Ezreal died somewhere as well, which was cool, but we didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm not actually entirely sure what happened to Prince there, but either way, this is showcasing how great Liv Sandbox's comp is at
flanking pink wards. As Effort has a blast cone if he wants to get on in here, but it's 4 members of Hanwha Esports, so Liv Sandbox probably not going to want to really head over there. As Croco's slinking around in the mist, and Hanwha Life might just be collapsed on. There's the Solar Flare, instantly cleansed, used by Def. Stun not going to land there from Croco, as Effort may have thrown his life away again. Goes Golden, holds onto it for a little while, but there goes Willa, and there are the chains of corruption as well to lock down that kill. Chovy looks for the chains to connect as Fate takes a lot of damage from the piercing arrow, and it might be enough to get Hanwha Life this dragon.
Yeah, they're going to get the first dragon of the game here, and this is, you know, Liv Sandbox again looking for a fight, just like the last one off of an engage from Effort. He has the Solar Flare, but cleanses up for Death, and at that moment you've got to back off. He continues forward, he Zenith Blades in, and you don't have Summit to Slicing Maelstrom save you like you did last time. He doesn't even have teleport, so you know this is going to be a fight without the top laners, and you just don't have follow-up engage with the position there, as Morgan is having a bad time.
Yeah, that's this is over 60 CS in the lead.
Went too far. Meanwhile,
Summit could be in trouble here. There's the Hextech ultimatum. Slicing Maelstrom from Summit as well. The rest of the team are moving on in as Morgan does manage to get that flash to come out, but he's not going to be safe for too much longer. Chovy trying to escape as well. Willa certainly not as lucky. Distortion going to avoid the stun from Croco. And I think that Morgan should have another hookshot relatively soon, but unfortunately not quite soon enough. Solar Flare is going to miss, and Fate is able to pick up that kill in the end. He salvaged, right? Like, there are a lot of factors at play here. Is Chovy going to clear out some vision? Effort immediately deals with the zombie ward. And Baron vision certainly well established by Liv Sandbox. They have so much Baron damage as well with this Azir, especially. As Chovy looking for Croco, does find the chains, as there's the follow-up CC explode. Goes Croco.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that's
explode is not, it's not a verb.
Yeah.
So I got very confused about how to finish my sentence, but thankfully I had Wolf there to help me. The lead for the cannon is still a little bit too big. Of course, there is, you know, the argument to be made of the fact that we are 28 minutes into the game and it's Camille versus Cannon, and, you know, she exists.
Yeah.
Level 14 to the level 16 of Cannon. So maybe that's a reason why it's going to be a bit of a problem here as good stun comes through, but slicing mouse from Strong. We've seen this exact play before as Summit is trying to get the kill onto Morgan. The stun comes through though and he will be taken down. In the meantime though, the Baron is getting taken. Hanwha trying to do their best to stop this one. Maybe it's going to be a 50-50 as Willa does have Flash available. Chains of Corruption come in. There is the Emperor's Divide as Def moves over to the side. That is going to be Croco securing the Baron, but Effort goes down once again. Vista inside the pit and he'll be taken out as Morgan now diving on into the pit, has to flash away immediately, and now Willa wants to get even more, but he's not going to be able to find it. In fact, he's just going to fall flat on his face as he rounds the corner, and Hanwha, they do not stop the Baron, but at least they get a couple of kills.
Yeah, they get a couple of kills here. That's the ideal fight for Liv Sandbox. So unfortunate here. They just fell so far behind. Fate controlled the lane so extremely well. It's not where you want to be as Vista.
Well, Summit is on a ward, so Hanwha do intelligently back away. Vista down to half health now, though, just taking poke damage from the Braum. Puts up the Unbreakable, though. That's going to keep him alive. And now Liv Sandbox should be able to just take away this Baron extraordinarily comfortably. They see Chovy moving up, but I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to do in this scenario. Effort. Take a distortion to the face there. As you can see, the Baron down to 4,000. It is just gone. Will is never going to be able to get here as Effort might be in trouble. There's Chovy. Gets a flash, but looks like Liv Sandbox just want to get out of here, go for a bit of a reset, and then crash down towards some turrets once again. 8,000 gold the lead, and the control is not stopping. Liv Sandbox not going to take any fights they don't feel are absolutely perfect for them, and they will now just get their purple conga line and move it towards these inhibitor turrets.
You could have even argued that they could turn actually on that tri-brush there.
Oh, absolutely. Like there was. I don't think they need to be this passive.
Yeah,
you know?
Look at this comp. Like they turn that and win it 100 out of 100 times. But you know what? Better safe than sorry, and I'd rather have that than have Liv Sandbox lose this game off of a botched team fight where they got nervous and then fall apart in a best of 5 again, an important one.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'll take it considering how nervous these guys could sometimes get.
In the context of Liv Sandbox, it's exactly what we want.
Yes.
In the context of League of Legends and wanting our teams to be decisive, it's the opposite. But that's not what we're here for as Chovy going to get slowed down. There's the Chains of Corruption. Possibly an opportunity here for Hanwha as Chovy tries to get back in again, but it's not quite going to work. Good piercing arrow. But Liv Sandbox just keeping themselves alive. It's not even Ocean Soul yet. They still seem like an immovable object. As Chovy dashes in one more time. Oh my goodness. Fate just does so much damage. Chovy is able to avoid the True Shot barrage, but he has to go back to base. Looks like Liv Sandbox just want to get themselves this Ocean Soul, and then they'll come back and continue to siege. Morgan getting closed in on him by about 4 people as there's a teleport back. Def trying to get some damage down as goodbye Vista. Chovy's teleported in. That's the Emperor's Divide. The distortion to get him away. Now Fate closing in on the rest of the team as Morgan dives on forward trying to be a hero, but he's just dead. Not quite an opportunity as Willa wants to take one with him, but he's not going to be able to. And I think, Wolf, this is the end of the game as Liv Sandbox find themselves the team fight, and Hanwha Life Esports find themselves way too far behind.
Unfortunately, Morgan never given any help. He got dominated by Summit. Fate controlled the lane. They got all of those early skirmishes to work extremely well for them. Their comp is so good for it, but it's also great for late game, and that's just all it takes.
Yeah. Just need to, you know, cross some I's and dot some T's, Wolf, I believe, as these Nexus turrets, the next ones to go down. Feels like it was in a little bit of slow motion, but I don't think there was any moment in this game where Liv Sandbox weren't in 100% control. Summit's going to go golden for the fun of it, flashes around a little bit as well, and there goes the Nexus. Game number 1 will be taken by Liv Sandbox.
미드 바텀 오케이. 자 르블랑 필이야. 태안이 힘 좀 줘라. 르블랑 텔도 없어. 끝내자 이거 끝내자. 나 좀 뒤쪽에 있을게. 포킹 같이 맞는데. 밑에 할게. 담액으로 끝내면 돼 얘들아. 천천히 끝내자. 멜모 20초.
시간 조심, 시간 조심.
야 무조건 끝내야 되니까 같이 가자.
4맵으로 해야 돼, 4맵으로 하자 얘들아. 이번 맵을 못 끝내. 4맵으로.
바텀 세기까지 유지해봐 그러면.
아 미드로 와. 위에 4맵.
이제 뛸수 있는 만큼 하자. 이제 피움 먼저 시켜봐 이거.
아 이거 미드 와 얘들아. 미드 웨이브 지워.
이번 라인에 쳐볼래? 자 이번에 르블랑 고맙다. 이번에
이번
진짜
라인 치자.
그냥 궁 던져줘.
아 던져줄게. 타워쳐
퍼져 오른쪽 다리.
퍼져서 타워쳐라 얘들아.
아 끝났다. 타워점 끝나.
바로 쏘고.
아래 거. 오케이.
타워쳐야 돼 타워쳐. 빨리 끝난다 이거.
가줄게. 잘했다.